Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about Porsche's new hybrid lineup. But don't worry, this isn't just about exploiting tax loopholes. Porsche knows it needs to reduce emissions, but instead of slapping on a generic hybrid system, they've taken a Formula One approach, making their cars quicker and better. So what's new? Their system doesn't just tick the emissions box, it also adds more power, instant throttle response, and an even purer driving experience. And that's not all. Porsche has given the entire range a facelift, but don't expect anything too radical. Changing the basic design of a Porsche would be like changing the shape of a pretzel. It's iconic, you don't mess with it. This is it. The Porsche facelift. It's like Botox for your car, but without the weird frozen smile. And yes, this GTS marks the beginning of the hybrid age for Porsche. They're finally jumping on the bandwagon, but with their own twist. Let's start at the front. Say goodbye to the horizontal fog lights. Hello to new LED matrix headlights. The bumper is completely new, replacing the old horizontal bars with 5 vertical fins on each side. These remind me of fish gills, which can open and close depending on how much cooling the car needs. They usually stay closed to improve aerodynamics, but flip open when the radiators need extra air. Visually, we've got an updated lower bumper with adaptive air intakes. These bad boys increase aerodynamic efficiency. It's like your car just got a six-pack. And for those who care about the floor of your car, maybe if you've crushed it, the new model features movable flaps under the floor to control airflow. The car's a tad longer because of the bumpers. It's like when you wear heels to look taller. GTS gets 20-inch wheels in the front, 21 in the rear. Basically, it's rocking stilettos. You can now get new alloy wheels ranging from 20 to 21 inches, some with carbon fiber inserts to reduce drag. Yes, folks, the world's poshest hubcaps. Yellow brake calipers with the ceramic brake option, because stopping is important, especially when you're showing off to your friends. Carbon fiber roof. It brings down the weight on top. On normal roads, it's like carrying an empty backpack. But on the racetrack, it's like racing without that useless friend in the backseat. Check out those hips. The rear has also been tweaked. A new light bar design makes the car look even wider. There are new vents behind the rear windscreen, and the rear bumper and exhaust have been upgraded. The exhaust pipes are now closer together, giving the car more of a GT vibe. New light signature in the rear. It's like Porsche got a new butt tattoo. Blacked out Porsche lettering and GTS badging. GTS also gets a sports exhaust, exclusive exhaust. Outer tips are beauty tips. Real ones are on the inside. It's like makeup for your exhaust. Slate gray color. It's dark, mysterious, and a little bit sexy. Like that X you can't stop thinking about. And look at this light signature. Brake light is an international sign for pause, because everyone behind you needs a moment to appreciate your rear. Turning indicators are wide and visible, because signaling is polite, even if you're a speed demon. Let's talk engine. The GTS starts with a 3.0-liter, 6-cylinder flat engine, now upgraded to 485 horsepower. It's like giving your car a double shot of espresso. But the big news is the hybrid. 2 electric motors. One powers the vehicle, the other powers the electric turbocharger. It's like having a personal trainer and a dietitian for your car. Battery is 10 kilowatt hours, and it's cleverly hidden in the front. Frunk is untouched, so you can still fit all your baggage, emotional and otherwise. The star of the show is the new hybrid system, introduced on the GTS model. Porsche calls this a T-hybrid system. Developed to hit emissions targets, the system's pièce de résistance is the electric turbocharger. When cruising, you don't need extra boost, so Porsche uses the turbine wheel inside the turbo to control how fast exhaust gases move through the catalytic converter. This keeps the converters cooler and more efficient, reducing emissions. Instead of making the engine run richer to cool the converters, which reduces fuel economy and increases hydrocarbon emissions, Porsche's method improves both fuel consumption and emissions. And it gets even better. When the turbine acts like a windbreak, it spins a generator to convert wasted energy into electricity. This electricity powers a motor that instantly spins the turbo compressor, delivering instant boost when you floor the accelerator. This system is so effective that Porsche only needs 1 turbocharger on its new engine, replacing the 2 turbos in the old model. And it doesn't need a huge battery either, just a small one, about the size of a normal car battery. It's powerful enough to run a second electric motor inside the gearbox, adding extra horsepower and torque to fill any gaps in the car's torque curve. This motor doesn't drive the car on its own. It's there to give the engine a helping hand when you accelerate. Porsche has also bored out the old GTS's 3.0-liter flat-six engine and fitted a new crankshaft, resulting in a 3.0-liter flat-six single-turbo unit instead of a twin-turbo unit. The new hybrid engine produces 475 horsepower and 590 newton-meters of torque, 50 horsepower and 40 newton-meters more than the old model. The four-wheel drive version accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.2 seconds flat, with a top speed of 192 miles per hour. And despite all the new hybrid components, the car only weighs 50 kilograms more than the old model. The standard Carrera also gets performance upgrades. The latest version has the same basic 3.0-liter flat-six engine as the old Carrera, but with new turbos and intercoolers from the old GTS model. This gives the car an extra 15 horsepower, bringing the total to 385. The new Carrera accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.2 seconds, or 4.0 seconds with the optional Sport Chrono Pack, and tops out at 182 miles per hour. Inside, it's all about microfiber or race techs. New structure, more race techs. Door pockets are tiny, like your dreams of fitting anything substantial in there. The interior has been revamped, though not necessarily for the better. You get a fully digital driver's display for the first time, which means the quirky twist key starter is gone, replaced by a normal starter button. New cockpit. Seats are microfiber, more comfortable than the leather ones. Your bones will thank you. You can also get rid of the back seats if you want, though this seems daft for a Porsche, one of the few sports cars you can justify having kids or giving a maid a lift. Convertible model is fun. Closing the top is like a magic trick. Voila, you're a coupe again. Pricing started. The first Carreras will be delivered in Europe in late summer, and the GTS Hybrid should start arriving towards the end. Smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. Stay wild, stay reckless, and always push the limits. See you next time. And remember, if you can't afford the new Porsche, there's always Hot Wheels.